Hello guys, welcome back to today's video. We are reading Captain Underpants and the Attack of the Talking Toilets by Dave Pilkey. Before we get started, I need you guys to like, subscribe, share, and don't forget that bell. Oh, and by the way, we're reading Chapter 7. Chapter 7, Busted. Crash went the door to the study hall room. Mr. Krupp stomped in like a crazy person. George and Harold had never seen him this upset before. "You boys are in so much trouble," Mr. Krupp shouted. "I'm putting you two on permanent detention for the rest of the school year." "Wait a second," cried George. "You can't prove anything." "Yeah," said Harold. "We've been here all day." Mr. Krupp smiled devilishly and looked toward the door. "Oh, Melvin," he called. Melvin speedily stepped into the room, covered in mustard, eggshells, and shredded coconut. "They did it," Melvin said, pointing at George and Harold. "I saw 'em last night in the gym." "Melvin!" cried George, horrified. "You promised." "I changed my mind," Melvin said, grinning smugly. "Have fun in detention." Chapter 8. Invention, Convention, Detention. After school, Mr. Krupp ushered George and Harold into the detention room and wrote a long sentence on the chalkboard. "From now on," growled Mr. Krupp, "you boys will spend 2 hours a day after school copying this sentence over and over. I want every chalkboard in this room filled completely." On his way out of the door, Mr. Krupp turned and said with an evil grin, "And if either of you leaves this room for any reason, I'm going to suspend you both." Now, as you might have guessed, writing sentences was nothing new to George and Harold and Krupp and Harold. The two boys waited until Mr. Krupp left the room. Then they each took 4 homemade wooden rods out of their backpacks. The rods had holes in them that George and Harold had drilled in George's dad's workshop. George screwed the rods together while Harold inserted a piece of chalk into each hole. Then they each took a pole and began copying Mr. Krupp's sentence. Every time they wrote one sentence, the wooden poles made 12. What? After about 3.5 minutes, every chalkboard and in the room was completely filled. George and Harold sat down and admired their work. "We've got a lot of time on our hands now," said George. "Got any ideas?" "Let's make a new comic book," said Harold. So the two boys took out some paper and pens and created an all-new adventure about their favorite superhero. It was called Captain Underpants and the Attack of the Talking Toilets. Okay, that's going to be the end of today's video. If you like that chapter and all the other chapters, I would recommend you guys watching Chapter 9, Captain Underpants and the Attack of the Talking Toilets. Yeah, but before I end the video, I need you guys to subscribe, like, share, and and don't forget the bell. Alright, see y'all next time. Bye!